What's going on, YouTube fam? So today I'm going to be talking about the potential matchup between Francis Ngannou and Deontay Wilder. Yes, they are apparently in talks to fight, according to Deontay Wilder's trainer, Malik Scott. And there have been videos that surfaced of Deontay Wilder speaking about it as well. But I was initially thinking this was going to be for boxing. Well, Deontay Wilder apparently has been training MMA, and he said he's willing to do a 2-fight deal where he does boxing against Francis Ngannou, and then he goes over to MMA, which would be huge for combat sports in general, because then you're taking people from the MMA world, the UFC world, and the boxing world and bringing them all together. And I think that fight would probably gross the highest numbers ever for like pay-per-view and things like that. Now, Malik Scott said that they were in talks in the past to try to get a Wilder versus Francis fight, and then he said those talks resumed after the Francis and Fury fight over the weekend. So you have to get, regardless of the outcome, if they do fight in MMA, you have to give Deontay Wilder the ultimate respect, because we don't see boxers going over to MMA. We see guys in MMA coming over to boxing, but that would be a huge stance to take, especially going in there with someone like Francis Ngannou that has that type of strength, that type of power. So there's nothing set in stone yet. There are no contracts, but I'm just looking towards the future because, I mean, we're here now. We're at that point in time where combat sports are going to start mixing it up. And I'm glad we're here, because let's find out what is the best combat sport. Like, who is truly the top dog? So I think that Francis and Fury fight this weekend was good because it was competitive. A lot of people, including myself, had Francis winning that fight. So now that's just bringing more eyes on combat sports in general. Yeah, boxing is taking a lot of criticism. And you all know me, I'm a huge boxing fan. I'm a boxing fanatic. But the criticism is fair, because you have somebody coming over fighting the heavyweight champion of the world in his pro debut. And a lot of people think he got robbed. And you can argue that he did get robbed. So how do I see a fight between Deontay Wilder and Francis Ngannou going? I mean, and it's crazy to think, in a boxing match, I would choose Wilder by knockout, but I honestly don't know, because Francis Ngannou is only going to continue to get better. But I know one thing for sure, that fight is not going the distance. Somebody's going to sleep. Like, somebody's getting knocked out that fight. So boxing, I would pick Wilder, to win that fight. I like what him and Malik Scott have going on. MMA, I have to go with Francis Ngannou. I mean, I actually asked a guy that I train with, who's a professional MMA fighter, about that fight. And he told me, like, that fight could go either way, because he was like, Francis probably won't try to grab Wilder and take him down. Like, that's not his style. His style is like to just really beat you down. Now, I know recently in MMA fights that, Francis was getting better at grabbing and takedowns and things like that. But if he stands and just wants to go to war with Wilder, anything could happen, because they both have a crazy amount of power. But in MMA, I have to go with Francis Ngannou, because if he were to choose to grab Wilder, I just think he's too big, too strong. And if he gets Wilder to the ground, I don't think there's anything that he can do with Francis Ngannou getting him down to the ground. So this is just bringing excitement to combat sports in general. Like, everybody should be able to come together as one big community and enjoy these fights, enjoy these guys going at it, putting everything on the line and making big paydays as they should, because this is what it's all about, being a warrior and also entertaining everyone. So you all let me know what you all think down below. Do you think Deontay Wilder should fight Francis Ngannou? And if they do fight, do you have Deontay Wilder or Francis Ngannou winning in boxing and MMA? Let me know your thoughts below. Don't forget, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Catch you on the next one. Peace.